Tonight begins round 2 of Region 24 play for the Blue Storm. We finished the first half 6-3 in Region play, 12-6 overall. The second half begins with Swick looking to ride the momentum of last week, a 3-0 week, guided their win streak now to 4 straight games. They welcome in the Saints of Shawnee Community College tonight on a Monday, a whole new week and a whole new start of Region play. It's round 2 tonight. The Saints of the Blue Storm here from Southwestern College. Steven Stock with you as always. Glad to have you along. Welcome into the pregame show. Head coach Warren Thomas will be joining me here in just a few minutes. A great conversation. I tell you, this might be the best one. Might be. I think it is. I know it is the best one this season. A lot of topics discussed, so you don't want to miss that here in just a few minutes. Good talk with him. Lot going on right now for Swick. 12-6, I mentioned, 6-3 in region play, coming off a 4-set win at Lincoln Trail Friday night, where I felt like they could have played better. They played good. There's no doubt about it, but there's too many service errors. In fact, Swick had 8 service errors in the game against Lincoln Trail, so they're going to have to clean up here because there's no way you're going to be able to put up 8 service errors in a game against Vincennes next Thursday or a game, a top team like that. But a lot of positives as well. I thought Swick's offense had some big-time players. Layla Porter, a post-game guest, had a great game. She was obviously the player of the game for a reason. She had a great game. Ashley Hughes in the middle. Swick was able to withstand a few Lincoln Trail rallies and get back and win it. I think it was 24-18 in the second set. Lincoln Trail scores 6 straight to go 24-24. Swick comes back, gets the next 2 and wins 26-24. That took a lot right there. You lost the first set as well, 25-20. Had to win 3 straight after that. So Swick had to battle a little bit against Lincoln Trail. They're a good team. I don't think they get enough respect or credit. I mean, they're easily. I mean, I know they're right now 8th right now in the region, which is crazy to say at 3-6. We'll see how they go in their second half of the season, right? But they're definitely better than what people may seem. I think the record of 10-6 is a little deceiving. 3-6 in region play is definitely deceiving. So Swick comes in tonight with Shawnee. Swick won in 3 sets at their place back on the 9th of September. On the road. That was a 3-set win, as I mentioned. Swick won 25-11, 25-15, 25-15. Swick hit 240 in the game. Saints hit just 101. Swick was led by Grace Johnson. She had 12 kills in the game on a 348 hitter percentage. Ashley Hughes followed with 6 kills on 158. And then you had Joy Hurley also in the ball game. She had 5 kills on a 417 hitter percentage. Swick's Addie Worson and Lacey Pullman combined for 27 total assists. Addie Walton also added in 5 more. Swick in a total of 35 assists as a team. Swick also had 6 service aces, 2 of them for Lacey Pullman, who led the ball game. Shawnee on the other side was led by Jada Wright. She had 7 kills. With Hannah Jadian, she had 3 kills, and Kaylee Mason followed with 2. Kaylee Hardman had 11 assists as the Saints had a rough one, as I mentioned, negative 101 hitting percentage. Only had 12 kills with 21 errors in the ballgame. They're also without one of their best players, who I think is going to, for them, if Shawnee is going to fight this game, they're going to have one of their key players take over their best player, Reagan Eigenrow. It's going to be tough for I try to get the pronunciation. It's going to be tough to get that down. Reagan Eigenrow out of Carterville, Illinois, sophomore, coming in hitting 222. She has 137 kills in 41 sets, averaging 3.34. She also has 2.02 digs per set. She's the player to watch out for Shawnee tonight. Jada Wright's another one, averaging 1.5 kills. She also is second in blocks with 26 total on the season. Shawnee comes in tonight 4-16, 1-8 in region play. They're coming off a 2-0 weekend, though. They've won their last 2. And that included the tri-match up at Lewis and Clark. They took down the Lewis and Clark Trailblazers in 5, lost the first set, took the second and third, went up 2-1, dropped the fourth, but came back and won the fifth, and then finished off the day, defeated St. Louis Community College in 5 sets to move the record to 4-16. They also begin their second half of Region 24 play tonight. They're coming in averaging 7.23 kills per set as a team on 086 hitting percentage, with averaging 6.5 assists per set, 1.10 blocks, 1.75 aces, and 10.42 digs. They're coming off a 9-19 season. It was their best year in quite some time, going 4-16 in region play. They defeated Southeastern Illinois in 4 sets of the Region 24 play-in game, but would fall to Lakeland in 3 sets in the Region 24 quarterfinal round to end their season. Went 0-2 versus Swick in the 2 regular season matchups last year. This is crazy, too. I thought about it today. I was like, oh, I forgot about this. Shawnee last year took a set from Johnny Logan. They took a set, 2 sets from Lakeland, lost in 4 both times in the regular season. And this year they're kind of, obviously struggled a little more this year. We'll see if they could figure things out the second half. Because I looked at Shawnee this year. I was like, hey, they got some good recruits coming in. They should be a little bit better, and hoping to see a step up in improvement. I look at all the region teams, and there's obviously I don't root. You can't really root. There's no reason to root against anybody in the region because you want everyone to be good. And Shawnee's one of those teams that I'm hoping can take the next step. Make the region even tougher. Make it a battle between Shawnee, who's the 9th seed right now in the Region 24 standings, and against a team like 3 seed Lakeland. Make it a battle. Makes the region stronger, and hoping the best for Shawnee after tonight as they finish out their season. They're going to get some tough ones. They're going to get Frontier for the first time on Friday, and a couple other matchups, Lakeland, John A., Kaskaskia, and Wabash Valley later this year, and some tough opponents Lincoln Trail they end the season with as well in late October. They are 1-3 on the road this season, 2-10 at home, 1-3 in neutral sites. Region 24 standings look like this. Well, obviously, it's region game day, so we'll take a look at the end of the first set going into the second of the updated region standings, but it does look like this coming in. Vincent's in first at 10-0, John A. in second at 8-1. If you did not hear on Friday night, we were rooting for Kaskaskia to pull it out against Lakeland. They were up 2-0 early, and then Lakeland came back and won 3 straight sets. It was a rough week for Kaskaskia, 0-3. They're playing Frontier tonight. We'll have scores in that one, but Lakeland did come back, so they still stay in third at 7-2. Swick is in fourth at 6-3. Kaskaskia at fifth at 4-5, and Frontier is at sixth. The last team in at 3-6. First team out, Wabash Valley at seventh at 3-6. They are tied with Lincoln Trail, but Wabash Valley does have the head-to-head tiebreaker. Both teams 3-6. Shawnee 9th at 1-8, and Southeastern Illinois at 0-9 to wrap out the standings. All right, that wraps out our Swick Volleyball pregame show. Here is my sit-down interview with head coach Warren Thomas, who has got a chance to sit down with here a few minutes ago before this one, and a lot we discussed. So it's a good listen. We'll see you here in a few minutes for the opening serve here from Southwestern Illinois College. It's the Saints in the Blue Storm next. Another week here for Swick Volleyball as they come into tonight 12-6, 6-3 region play. They get Shawnee for the second time this season, which also means we begin the second half of Region 24 play. New week as we're here joined by head coach Warren Thomas. Coach, I feel like this week coming in, you got to be a little happier with how the last week or two went for you guys. Yeah. One thing, it feels like we're getting better and better as the games are being played. Yeah,
I like how we battled this past week.
Yes.
That's one of the things that I feel that it's getting part of our nature to do. While I don't like it when we first start off and get into those downward motions, at least we have a way to come back, and hopefully we learn to pick it up to where we don't have to be in that spot. It just makes it harder to make that happen consistently, and we don't want to be there. We want to be run the best way we can at the start of every match. So.
Winners of 4 straight. We had a 3-0 week last week in that first matchup against Kaskaskia, that 5-set win. And I know you've coached for so long. You know this well. When you go down like that early on, down 6-0 and you're down 12-2, put yourself in such a big hole. It's really tough to climb out of, especially if even if you play your best game, it's really tough.
Yeah, what you need at that time is a spark on the court, and let that spark generate the other players. While as a coach, you can only be outside of that. It's up to the people on the court to make that happen. And I definitely saw that a lot out of that from Grace Johnson. She did a tremendous job in that match we had against Kaskaskia where we had to come back. I really liked how the team works together when we have to in those bad spots. So.
And also in that game, you guys had to battle a little bit. I mean, I mentioned it too after the game. We haven't had a moment like that this season where we've been able to battle like that with the backs against the wall and pull it out. You look at that third set, we were down. We were up for a little bit. We had set point a couple times, and they go up 26-25. We end up getting 3 straight points. Then the fourth set, we're down 24-21. Had to score 5 straight. to pull that one out. In the fifth set as well, it was kind of back and forth after we were up 8-3 early on. Just talk about just being able to see that fight on the court. I know we've had moments where we've got close, but we haven't been able to pull it out until then.
Right. What I try to do is to give them a vision of the entire environment. When a team like any of our opponents, they go on like a 5-0 run, 6-0 run, 7-0 run, they need to see that. It's not point for point and allow that, okay, that's a point they got.
Yep.
You got to look at the whole picture now where, guess what? We've allowed that point by point by point. We have to come to a period where we have to stop it and maintain our best and then push forward after that. And they did that this past week, so I'm proud of them for that.
Big-time win. Then you guys hit the road Wednesday at Wabash Valley. You guys get it done in 4-0. You guys probably like to get it done in 3. Did win that 25-16. The big thing I saw from that was the hitting percentage, and one of those players that had a really high hitting percentage, 15 kills for Maddie Gibbs.
Yes.
So she is someone that's really starting to come around right now.
You are right about that. She's starting to grow. That is just how Grace was last season. During the mid-season. It's like, boom, she started to get it, and Maddie's there, Madeline's there right now, and I like that. You have to understand at a JUCO, it takes a little bit. Okay? But once that core of you get there, then it'll start to multiply and get better and better and better, and I see that in her right now.
You look at that win for you guys as well. You guys, after that, would play at Lincoln Trail on Friday, also went on the road in 4 sets. Talk about that Lincoln Trail game. Because I know we kind of had a lead, I think, early on in set 1, and then it evaporated, and the Lincoln Trail kind of took over late, winning 25-20. Then that second set, we were up 24, I think 17, 24, 18, and they scored 6 straight. I always get a little nervous when it got to 24-23 that they might pull it out. But we were able to hold on. Lincoln Trail is a very solid team. I don't think they get enough credit for the way they play. They're a good team.
I agree. Dana, she does a great job there. Every year she's improved their program, and you're right. This was it was crazy to see that. But if you watch a lot of volleyball, that's volleyball. I mean, you could be up by 15 points, and then you're battling neck and neck towards the end. I see that a lot with our conference or whatever. But if you watch NCAA ball, Texas, Nebraska, they've gone through the same margins that you do at a JUCO, and that's what I tell a lot of people. At the point now for NJCAA, the talent is there. Everything's compatible.
So you guys get that win at Lincoln Trail, and as I mentioned, that gets you winners of 4 straight. And you and I talked right on the last 2 Mondays ago when we played Johnny Logan in that 3-set loss, and you and I kind of both said, hoping that the tide would start to turn. Do you think that's starting to happen now after this 4-game win streak, hoping to get to 5 today?
I don't know just of yet, because the games that we've lost have not been the battles that I like. When we lost against John A., that was not the battle I liked from our team. The same with Mineral Area. The teams not high ranked teams, but they're actually the teams in the top 20 ranking. Mineral Area 15, Indian Hills 16, or they were last week.
I think they were 21 now. They just fell out. I think
all right.
So they're still up there.
Yeah, that's the nature of of these games. You can go with tough matches and play someone just like those teams we talked about, but every school that I've played has that quality, and there's nothing that you can say it's a for sure win or whatever. We have to be at our best every time, and
Look at you guys now. We're going to begin second half of region play tonight. You guys went 6-3 in the first half, and you looked at last year when you played everybody once first way through, you guys went 5-4, so you're 1 game better there. And I look at the 6 region wins. I think we beat the teams we should have beaten. Obviously, Kaskaskia, a very good one. The 3 losses, though, I feel like we could have easily pulled out any one of those 3. I think if we pull out that first set against Johnny Logan, everything goes completely different. Lakeland, we were right there in the first 2, and Vincennes was very close throughout the game. So, kind of as we start the second half, what has been your overall thoughts of the first half of region play?
I think that the first half we had we got over half of our team are freshmen.
Yep.
Okay, and one of the things that I saw is that we lacked in controlling our serve receive. That starts off everything. And towards the middle and end of where we are at now, I see it's a lot better. Where we're not fighting the serves, we're actually controlling them. And I think that's one of the things that we've been working on, and that has improved our offensive stance. As far as defense, we have just been working on our blocking schemes and trying to improve on that, and also reading the quick ball, reading the quick off-the-block pickups that we have to maintain and get. So hopefully we just keep striving to get better, and we'll see where we're at in a week or so.
Yep. Get Vincennes next Thursday, which is the next region game after this, which will be a big one. Red Lake Wednesday. I mean, just kind of speak about that game. I know it's a long time away, but you guys are going to get a lot of rest after Wednesday.
Right.
I think it's a week or so. Just kind of talk about the mindset right now for you guys coming into these 2 games this week, into next week, because, obviously things are starting to ramp up. We're getting right here to the finish where we got to be playing our best game.
Yeah, it's definitely the mindset is going to be to focus on that type of caliber that has to be met if we want to make a run for district, a run for the regional tournament. But we have to be able to understand where we have to be at mindset to play that type of volleyball. And I believe the team can do it. I've seen them do it. We've done it before. Now keeping that stance constant, not here, there, and then down, and back and forth, back and forth. We need to keep it constant. And yeah, you're right. We'll have about 5 days off, weekdays off.
Yeah,
that's a lot of good time to really focus, and I believe we're going to be there. I'd like to see a win against Vincennes. That would really set the tone for the season.
Yes,
so.
Especially starting the second half of region play. Some more big games down the stretch. You get Lakeland right after that, and then the week after Jeffco, Shawnee, Mineral Area still, Kaskaskia late as well. So it's a big second half coming up, Coach.
Yeah.
Thank you as always for taking the time. Let's see if we can pull another win tonight. Keep up the winning ways.
Hey, thank you very much.
Welcome in here to Southwestern Illinois College, a Monday night as the Blue Storm welcome in the Saints of Shawnee Community College. Steven Stock with you. Let's make it 5 straight wins tonight. That is the goal. Come out here with another win and hopefully a 3-set dominated fashion, just like it was a couple weeks ago at Shawnee, back on the 9th of September. Swick has won 4 straight. Those wins come against Frontier Community College in 4, Kaskaskia College in 5, on the road at Wabash Valley in 4, and on the road at Lincoln Trail Friday night in 4 sets. It's only a 2-game week as Swick prepares and looks to get better, build off the momentum in a big test. It's going to be a big test next Thursday night against Vincennes here at home. That's going to be a matchup. I know we just had Kaskaskia last Tuesday, but if we can find a way to beat Vincennes, that'll show us where we're at going into the back half of the season, because you know, we got some easier opponents here in the middle as there's Shawnee's going to go to the board first, 1-0 on a tip over by Hannah Jadian. We got a little bit of an easier stretch here right in the middle, but after Vincennes, it's Lakeland, Jeffco, 3 in a row. Southeastern Illinois after that, then John A. Mineral Area, and then Frontier. Hughes on the right line in, and Ashlyn Hughes starts this off. She is our first point of the night for Swick, the kill, and we're tied up at 1. We had Lacey Pullman start off the game serving for Swick. Now it'll be Maddie Gibbs, who had a little bit of a tough one against Lincoln Trail Friday. Had a negative hitting percentage, but as I say this, success is not always linear, so we're hoping for her to bounce back tight. Layla launched that one just a little bit out, 2-1. And Shawnee has retaken the lead. Those 3 sets at Shawnee back on the 9th of September went 25-11, 25-15, 25-15. The libero for the Saints is Maddie Piercefield, a sophomore out of Olney. They only have 4 sophomores on this small roster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total players. So their bench is only 3 deep right now, and I believe they have an injured player as well. So that kind of changes things. Found a spot right in the middle, a kill for Reagan Eigenrau. That's going to be a tough one, I'm telling you. I'm trying to get it close as I can. I apologize. 3-1, and Shawnee's on the board. She has been a great player for Shawnee. She was solid last year as well. I believe she was top 2 in kills, and that's going to be an ace. Oh, man. Pullman couldn't get there, and serve received did not work out well. It's an ace for Piercefield, her 27th of the year. We look at a lot of things we want to see Swick do well, and I want to see no service errors. I know that's tough, but I want to see a drop in service errors, and none if possible. We had a rough one against Lincoln Trail. Speaking of service errors, Shawnee will give us one, 4-2. Addison Walton will come out. Brooke Miller's in for her, no libero. Ashley Hughes back to serve. Same starting lineup, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Same starting lineup for Swick as it has been the last few games. Pullman, and that's going to be an ace for Ashlyn Hughes. Hit the top net, got over. I was scared that one might be an error. 4-3, a 1-point game we got. Pullman is the setter. Gibbs on the outside with Grace Johnson. Layla Porter right side as well. Ashlyn Hughes, Brooke Miller in the middle. And the libero, of course, is Addie Walton. Shawnee set in middle. Blocked by Miller. Grace is there on the left side. Pullman coming right side with Porter. Swing is blocked. Maddie's there on the rebound. Grace going back, gets there. And Pullman will send over the free ball. Great job there by Swick into that ball. Cut both of those. Pullman in the middle for Miller. Swing, got it, but I think she might have hit the net, though. 5-3, a point goes to Shawnee as Ashlyn Hughes will come out. Addison Walton's back in, and it will be Shawnee's freshman Olivia Tapscott. She's averaging 7.5 assists per set, but it's only 165 and 22. So Shawnee diving play. Wow, Grace, that free ball is going to get over. All right. Walton, nice plays there. Pullman going to Grace, looking for her first kill. Got it off the touch. Grace Johnson on the board. 5-4. Bailey Henry will come in for the first time for Layla Porter. So I'm looking at their other setter, which is Kaylee Hardman. She's a primary defensive specialist from what I have. So, but she has the most assists, 264 in 73 sets, averaging 3.62. But you're going to see Tapscott set this one here left side. Swing is over. Gibbs is there. Pullman, left side for Grace, looking for back-to-back, had it blocked. Swick down by 1, looking at tie here with Pullman. Her swing is over. She had 2 kills against Lincoln Trail, and that's going to be a point we're tied at 5 as Shawnee couldn't get it over. Next one is over on the serve. Shawnee going middle. Into the back left corner. Saints retake the lead. It's 6-5. A little bit of a slow start here. Shawnee out of Union, Illinois. 2-hour drive, and they've had a couple rough years for a program that this is something I did over the weekend. Brooke Miller left side gets it, but did she hit the net again? I think she hit the net again. Taking 2 away from her. 7-5, Shawnee by 2. Something I did over the weekend, though, I looked at some numbers from the past, and I think that you will see the bigger picture coming up in the next few games when I announce what I'm working on. As there's a setter dump, Lacey Pullman right in the middle, 7-6. I'm trying to grab some historical stats from the earlier years. We're talking like 10, 15 years ago, right? No, but I was looking at Shawnee, and in the 2000s, they had some good teams. Grace Johnson on the ace. All right, we got 2 aces to no errors. If you paid attention Friday, we were keeping track of that. We will do that once again here because we only had 3 aces, I think it was. And I think we had 9 errors, 8 service errors. There's one there. Come on. Just as I'm talking about service aces, we get a service error. 8-7 Shawnee, 1-point game. We got to, like I said, we're averaging right at 2 aces per set. That's a little bit higher for errors right now. And we got to clean that up just a little bit. Make us a little bit better. And, we don't need an ace all the time, but just put the ball in play. Gibbs, left side, blocked it. It is in. What a block. They found the back right corner there. Yeah, it was a perfect spot back right corner, too. I don't think you could ask for a better spot. 9-7 is the score. Shawnee by 2. That's another service error. This is now I'm saying this about Southwestern Illinois. Shawnee is a team that's struggling with service errors. They're averaging just about 3%. 226 coming into tonight. Addie Walton back to serve as Ashley Hughes is back in for Brooke Miller. And the Swick Libero puts it right in the middle. And Shawnee can't get it over. That's going to be an ace for Walton. All right. This is a better start in the service department. 9-9, we're all tied up. Let's take the lead and take it for good. Take it for good in this first set. Swick will be at Rena Lake Wednesday. I'll have that one for you. 6:30 opening serve. We'll be on the air at 6:20 with the pregame. Been a minute since I've been at Rena Lake. Been a minute. Back left corner. Grace got a hand on it for the moment, but gonna land. Couldn't follow it up. 10-9, and Shawnee retakes the lead. They always have a nice gym. It's always it's not. Again, we've been having. I missed Wednesday, so at Wabash missed that Wednesday. So that was we're talking 2-hour drive. Lincoln Trail 2.5. Man, it's a battle. Right side, that one's out. 11-9. I got a lot done on the bus ride up there, though. I was proud of myself for how much I accomplished in 2.5 hours. Got some stats done. Got some classwork done, man. But going up to Ren Lake Wednesday, only an hour drive. That's another ace. The serve receive tonight would have been ace 2 or 3 times now, and it's 12-9. Shawnee's up by 3. It's a slow start right now. As Jada Wright is the sophomore serving it. She's just got her 33rd ace of the season. This one's over, and it's another ace. Oh, man. Went right off of Walton and backwards. We got to take a timeout. A very slow start and one that, we should be a little bit better. We're down by 4 to Shawnee as they're playing a little spoiler tonight. The team that's 9th in the region looking to make some noise. A 1-8 coming in. They've won their last 2. They're looking to ride it. They lead 13-9 early on in set 1. We're back in a moment here from Southwestern Illinois College. First serve out of the Swick timeout is out. Good old timeout. Doctor coming through. Little appearance here early on. 13-10. Bailey Henry will come out. Layla Porter in for her. It'll be Lacey Pullman back to serve. It restarts our service rotation. Start off the game serving. She now serves for the second time. Puts it right in the middle. Shawnee coming left. Her swing is over. Grace is there in the middle. Pullman going to set Gibbs. Left side. Got it. Maddie Gibbs is on the board. 2 straight out of a timeout makes it 13-11. I think we had 8 straight against Lincoln Trail in that second set out of a timeout. I would not complain here if we get that same number. And that's going to be an ace for Lacey Pullman. Went right off the hands of a Shawnee player. Went right off the fingertips. I believe that might have been Kaylee Hardman. And that's our 4th ace already of the night. Opponents are averaging just 2.11. Say just 2.11%. And I say just. That's going to be another one. Back to back for Lacey Pullman. That's 5. 5 aces here in the first set by Swick. I say just because we've doubled that now here in this first set. And we've tied this up at 13. Next one is over. Shawnee in the middle. Swing is over. Lacey's there. Passing left for Addie. She'll go right with Layla. Soft swing coming back by Shawnee. Johnson in the middle for Hughes. Tip over. No, it's going to go off of Ash into the net. The hit back by Shawnee, 14-13. She'll go to Maddie on the receive. Throws it for Pullman. And she'll go to Porter on the left side. Her swing is over. Now on the left. Blocked by Swick. Shawnee there on the rebound. They'll bring it back. Lacey steps up is there. Now pass to Addie. She'll go right with Layla. Left-handed swing off the touch. Got it. Tied back up at 14. Maddie's serving it here. This one's going to be over, and it's going to be an ace for Maddie Gibbs. That is our 6th ace of the first set. And we've retaken the lead 15-14. Maddie, that's her 15th ace of the season. She will move into 4th now. She was tied with Addie Walton for fourth. Now she's in 4th alone. Lacey dig going backwards. Walton couldn't get there in time. It will land, and we're tied up at 15. Barrow and Maddie Piercefield will serve it for Shawnee. Her serve is over. Coming back on the right. Swing is over by Layla. Now on the right again by Shawnee. Addie going to right, gets there. Lacey kept it up with one hand and got it to Maddie, who stood over a free ball. Great play there. Shawnee coming back. Pullman going to set Layla again right side. Out. And Shawnee's retaking the lead. 16-15. Next one's over, so go to Walton. Pullman, left side, Grace, tip over, got it. Grace Johnson will tie us up at 16. Tip over works, Brooke Miller's back in. Addison Walton out, no libero. Her service over, Shawnee near the net. Swing, down line, went off of Pullman, a kill. (17-16). Shawnee's retaking the lead again. Swick keeping it up. Gibbs off the ceiling, and it's going to come down 18-16. Shawnee by 2 now, and we're getting late in this first set. Not the way Swick has wanted this first set to develop. Left-handed swing is over by Shawnee. Pullman going right side with Porter. There we go. Big time swing. A little explosiveness there. And a 1-point game on the exclamation mark. 18-17. Bailey Henry will come in for Layla Porter, and will be Bailey Henry back to serve. Coming up here when we start the second set, the intermission between the first and second. We'll have the updated Region 24 standings. It is a big night in Region play, by the way. We got 4 games going on. Vincent's and Lakeland, the only ones off. Lakeland, I believe, is at Ren Lake. I know they're playing Ren Lake. I believe it's at their place. Bailey, nice dig. Goes to Walton in the middle. Now throws it left for Grace. Her swing is over. Shawnee's there. They'll throw it left. That's going to go in the net. We're tied up at 18. Got Lincoln Trail at Southeastern Illinois. Wabash Valley at John A. Logan. Kaskaskia at Frontier. We'll have all those scores for you on the post game. We'll see what I can do. We'll see if I can continue my run of getting score updates throughout games. Let's see what I can do. That's going to get over by Pullman, but I believe it went around the antenna. 19-18, Shawnee up by 1. Serve here by Reagan Eigenrau. It's over. Right side with Grace. Swing. Got it. Grace shots. It'll tie it back up at 19. Swick will be off Wednesday and hope to get a little help from Lincoln Trails. They're going to get Lakeland at home in the region. Frontier at Wabash, Southeastern Illinois at Kaskaskia. Kaskaskia at Frontier night's that big one. I'm really excited to go see a score on to see how that goes. Blocked. Brooke Miller, her first of the night. Swick will retake the lead. They are the first team to 20 in set 1, 20-19. Next one's over, goes to the libero, throws it right on the receive, and Piercefield could have handled it. Another ace for Grace Johnson. Swick's up by 2. It's their 7th ace of the set, and Shawnee will take the timeout. Saints need one, and we'll take one as well. Back in a moment here from Southwestern Illinois College, late in set 1. Grace Johnson will serve it. Just had an ace that led to a Shawnee timeout. Back at the service line. Gets it over. Saints will throw it left. Here comes the swing. Blocked again. Brooke Miller, another block. And we're up by 3. It's 22-19. Next one is over. Shawnee throwing it to the left. Tip over, got over right in the middle. Swick had no one there and a kill. 22-20. And the Saints will send in Kaylee Hardman, freshman out of Nevada, Missouri. Back to serve. And this one will go to Bailey Henry. Coming back, Shawnee, throwing it right. Swing is over. Pullman's there, going to Walton. Left side, Gibbs. Swing, blocked out of bounds. Maddie Gibbs will put us up by 3. 23-20. Brooke Miller out, Ashlyn Hughes back in. The libero, Addison Walton to serve it. This one goes right in the middle. Shawnee setting it right. Swing, launched it out, 24-20. Set point here, it's set 1 in favor of the Blue Storm of Southwestern Illinois College. Looking to see if we can take the first here. Walton at the line, her serve is over. Shawnee throwing it back right corner. Gonna have to get a free ball over on the third hit, they do. Grace backs up there. Pullman going to Hughes to win it in the first. Whistle, and it'll go against Swick. And it'll keep the set alive for Shawnee. They'll now need 3 straight to keep this first set alive. It'll go down to Jada Wright from the service line. And that one is into the net. Swick will take the first, 25-21. Not the greatest first set, but we get it done. We'll see if we can make it a better one. Swick came into tonight winning 17 straight against the Saints since 2018. Looking to make it win number 18 in a row since then. Start off with a set one win, 25-21. Back in a moment here for set two. Looking back here to Southwestern Illinois College. Get ready to start the second set here. Steven Stock with the Swick taking the first, 25-21. And just like we start the second set always on Region Game Day, look at the Region 24 standings. It's trying to get pulled up here. 1 second, a little delayed. A little behind. Apologies. Give me 1 sec. Working it for you. We'll get it for you. Come on. I think we got it almost. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Look here in region play nights, big-time matchups. It is a 4-game slate. Shawnee here tonight at Swick Leakin Trail on the road at Southeastern Illinois. Wabash Valley at John A. Logan. Kaskaskia at Frontier. Vincennes and Lakeland are off in region play. Coming in tonight, the standings look like this. Vincennes in first at 19-2 overall, 10-0 in region play. John A. in second at 8-1. Lakeland in third at 7-2. Swick is in fourth at 6-3. And they have a comfortable lead now over Kaskaskia and Frontier, who it was a rough week for the Blue Angels last week, but 0-3. But they had to play, I mentioned, I think at the night of when we played Kaskaskia, they have a rough end of the first half of region play. Really rough half. They're 4-5. Frontier at 6 is the last team in at 3-5. Wabash Valley at 7th at 3-6. Leakin Trail in 8th at 3-6. Wabash Valley has the tiebreaker between those two as they defeated them head-to-head. Shawnee in 9th at 1-8, and Southeastern Illinois in last at 0-9. The bracket looks like this. Vincennes and Johnny Logan both receiving first-round byes right now. Swick, Kaskaskia, the 4 versus 5. Lakeland and Frontier, the 3 versus 6. Shawnee starts off the second set with the kill, and it's 1-0. As the Saints are on the left side, attacking left to right. Swick on the right, attacking right to left. Out there is Joy Hurley, Grace Johnson, Skylar Yates, Delia Furlow, Lacey Pullman, the libero, Addison Walton. A little bit of a different rotation here in set 2. Hurley on the right side. Joey gets us going. She is the first kill of the second set. Put it down the right side. We're tied up at 1. And she will go back to serve. So could be a different rotation here. I talk about this all the time. I hate when the rotation gets thrown. No, they changed up, gets thrown at me. I'm used to what it is, and then they switch it up, and that's when everything, you don't know what's going on. Grace, left side swing. Off the block, Shawnee is there, throwing it left. That swing is over. Walton near the corner. Going to Grace again, left side. Out 2-1. Shawnee retakes the lead. We'll get some score updates for you, hopefully, throughout the night of those 4 region games. I'll try my best. Apologize if I don't. 2-1's the score. And the next Service over, go to Walton in the middle. Lacey going to set Nalea down line. Shawnee is there. Now they'll throw it left. Here comes the swing out around the block. Hurley there going to Pullman. Now right side for Yates. Got it. We're tied up at 2. Skylar Yates, freshman out of Heron, Illinois. Attended Heron High School. 9 kills in 11 sets, averaging .082. Brooke Miller's in for Nalea Furlow. First substitution of the second set for Swick. Swing on the left side. Off the block and out off of Swick, and it's 3-2 Shawnee, back up by 1. Olivia Tapscott, a freshman out of Paducah, Kentucky, will serve. 1 ace so far of the season. Left-hander gets it over. Hurley throwing it. Gets it to Walton. Now will go left for Johnson. Her swing is over the middle. Shawnee back to the net. Yates to send it back over on the block. And Shawnee will come down the right side. Hurley backs up is there. Pullman going to Miller. Blocked. 4-2 Shawnee. Up by 2 here in the second set early on. Next one's over. Grace on the receive. Going to Pullman. I'll throw it right for Yates. Her swing is over. She's going to get her second kill. Went off the touch, 4-3. Yates will come out. Henry will come in for her. Bailey Henry in for the first time in the second set. She'll go back to serve. We had a total of 7 service aces in that first set. Bailey Henry with 6 of them all this season, and she will get her 7th. Just found the back line, and it's the 8th of the night for Swick. Came in average at 2 aces per set. We only have, knock on wood, 1 service error so far. Tied up at 4. Sates going middle, swing, block, going backward. Sates on the left side will swing it off the block, going off of Miller's left hand. And Shawnee retakes the lead. It's 5-4. Next one's over. Hurley's there on the receive, going to Pullman. Right side for Johnson. Her swing's over. Shawnee coming back. They'll throw it left. The swing off the block. Grace on the rebound. Miller going to the middle. Now going to set Grace. It's going to be an assist for Brooke Miller. A kill for Grace Johnson. And we're tied up at 5. Do have some numbers. I've promised a little bit on Friday. If you tuned in, I was going to try and get some numbers for Grace Johnson during her last 2 games. She's been incredible. Sparking right now. Waltz will send over a roll shot. Swick try to take the lead here. Near the net on the left side. It's going to land off of Swick, and Shawnee retakes the lead at 6-5. Grace Johnson currently on the season, .325 hitting percentage, averaging 2.95 kills per set, 183 and 62. Henry watch that one out. Shawnee up by 2. But in her last 6 games, it's been probably her best 6-game stretch all season. Having 70 kills in her last 6 games. That's in 23 sets. Good for 3.04 kills per set. A .298 hitting percentage. In those 6, Lacey Pullman, nice little centered up works. 1-point game. In those 2 of those 6 games, she had 0 hidden errors. 5 of the 6 had 2 or less. She also, and I tell you, she's done a lot more than just swing and get kills. As Nalea Furlow in for Addison Walton Olapero. Shawnee in the middle, send it over. Been doing it for the service line, doing it on defense. Hurley, swing, left side, blocked out of bounds. Tied up at 7. She has 6 service aces in the last 3 games, up to 17 most on the team. That's the 3rd best. She also got another one earlier in the first set. She has 53 digs in her last 6 games, averaging 2.30 per set. That's the 2nd best in that span. That's going to be a point for Swick. We're tied up. We're going to retake the lead, 8-7. Sorry, that's 3 straight now. Just count. Can't count sometimes. I lose track. 8-7. Swick has the lead 3 straight. She also has 5. She had 5 total blocks Friday night at Lincoln Trail in that 4-set win. 10 total in the last 4. Shawnee will go middle. They'll send it over. Miller off of Henry. Lacey will send it over. Shawnee coming back, looking to tie it. Swing for the right side, off the block. Found a spot in the middle. We're tied up at 8. And Swick this year is 8-5 when Grace Johnson gets 8 or more kills in a game. 12-6 when she gets 5 or more. Into the net. Service there by Shawnee. Will give us the lead 9-8. Swick, by the way, took that first set. They are 9-1 this season when taking the first. Prove their record now 11-8 in the first set. Bailey Henry out. Skylar Yates back in. And it will be Lacey Pullman serving it. An all-freshman lineup besides the libero and Grace Johnson and libero Addison Walton, sorry. And the outside hitter, Grace Johnson. I got those two mixed up. I was getting ready to go the other way on that, say Grace first. And libero came out first before that, and then that's what happened. Lacey Pullman makes it 10-8. Serves it here for the next time. Shawnee on the left side. Blocked. DeLeo to send it over. Shawnee coming back to the left. Tip over is in. No, it's out. 11-8. I can't see. I wasn't really paying attention where the ball went. I just saw it come up, and it looked like it was in. 11-8. Sometimes the vision deceives you. 11-8. Lacey Pullman will serve it again. That's going to be another ace for her. We are up to 9 total in the ball game. 9 total. I think that's Lacey's second of the night. If that's the case, she's up to 24 now in the year. I don't know why I don't put it. I'm putting +1, right, for service aces. I don't know why I just don't put the name next to it. That would help. Yates, right side, dug out by the libero. Shawnee coming back in the middle. Swing is over. Grace is there, going to Pullman. She'll set Hurley left side, dug out again by Shawnee's libero. To the net, it's going to land. Point Swick. We're up by 5. We have our largest lead of the night now. 13-8. I'm hoping we can pull away. Let's pull away. I know we got a little bit of a different rotation. A lot of the freshmen playing right now in a game that they need to play. And, hey, let's get them some reps. I know practice reps, they're probably, that's in that 14-8. They get practice reps, but game reps like this are different than practice reps. Shawnee needs a timeout. We're back in a moment. It's 14-8 midway through set 2. I'm going to try get some score updates for you. We're back in a moment here from Swick. John Ace taking the first set at home against Wabash Valley. Oh, my. Wow. 25-21, Johnny in the first. It's 11-5 in the second favor of the Vols over the Warriors. Oh my, wow. Coming from Fairfield, Illinois. The Bobcats have taken the first set on Kaskaskia, by the way. 25-15. Setter dump. Walton there. Shawnee swings it back. Grace going to Pullman. Going to set Hurley. Swing. Got it. Joy makes it 15-8. Back and forth, and Swick won that. I mean, oh my goodness, man. And that's a battle between Kaskaskia and Frontier. Kaskaskia, the 5 seed of the region standings, 4-5. Frontier in 6th at 3-5. I'm gonna keep that pulled up. Shawnee will get a point back on this kill by Hannah Jadian, and it's 15-9. What else? I'm missing 2 more, right? We're missing Southeastern Illinois. They're playing Lincoln Trail, right? We'll get that, and then we're missing. No. Yeah, that's the last one I'm missing. Free ball by Furlow is over. I'm going to work on that one right now. Tip over by Shawnee. Going to Hurley again, looking for another kill. Can't get it there. Shawnee coming left. Launched it out back left corner. Point for Swick. And Maddie Gibbs is going to come in for the first time for Joy Hurley, and it will be Gibbs back to serve. 16-9 up by 7. Yeah, let's get a Lincoln Trail Southeastern Illinois score update. Why not? Here's Gibbs serving it for the first time. It's set 2. Lincoln Trail took the first at Southeastern Illinois. There's another ace for Maddie Gibbs. Her second of the night. She's up to 16 now in the season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our 10th ace of the night. That's what I call a big-time service performance, right? Blocked. Skylar Yates was there. 18-9, up by 9. I forgot by saying up by 8. We need 8. Well, now we're up by 9. We need 7. 25-12 in set 1 in favor of Lincoln Trail or Southeastern Illinois. Another serve here by Gibbs is over. Shawnee throwing it middle. Swig off the block. Pullman's there. Going to Walton. She wants to get an assist for Skylar Yates. No. Into the net. Barrow and Piercefield will serve it here for Shawnee. Gets it over. Grace from the left side. Out. 2 straight by the Saints. Pulled within 7. Next one's over. Gibbs is there on the receive. They'll throw it left with Johnson. Her free ball's over. Shawnee going middle. Here comes to the left. Swing is blocked. I think it was Yates that got a hand on that one. Her and Furlow were there. I believe Yates is the one that's going to be responsible for it, though. As Addison Walton back to serve. Furlow's out. Miller's in for her in the middle. Shawnee. Tip over. Yates is there. Now go to Miller. She'll swing it over. Saints coming back to the left. Down line is out. Shawnee wants a touch. No call. We are the first team to 20 in set 2, 20-11. I think it was 2019 in the first set at this point when we got to 20. So a lot better here. A lot better here. Shawnee going left. Swing. Gibbs is there. Coming back with Pullman. She'll set Johnson left side. Dug out by Piercefield to Lavero. They throw it to the left. Down line. Got it for a kill, and it's 20-12. That first set, 25-21, Johnny Logan. Now 15-10 in the second. Yates, right side, launched that one out. 2 straight by the Saints, pull within 7. Trying to get everything organized here. I can get all the scores. That Kaskaskia Frontier matchup, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's the first one between these two. There's going to be a kill. Swick now within 4, 21-13. I still can't believe it. 25-15 Frontier winning by double digits against Kaskaskia. That is something. What's the score now on that? I gotta pay attention. I gotta take a look at that. I gotta pay attention to our game. 19-11 Kaskaskia in the second. It looks like they may tie things up in sets. Skylar Yates gonna get an ace as it goes off the basketball hoop. It will go to the gym floor. Number 11, right? Number 11. Wow. We're averaging 5.5 aces per set tonight. And that for Skylar Yates is her first of the season. First ace of the season in air there. Makes it 22-14. She'll come out. She's had, 2 or 3 kills here in the second set. This looks solid. Bailey Henry will come in for her. We got Miller, Pullman, Johnson, Gibbs, and Henry. Libero and Walton out there. How about this rotation? Miller from the left side into the net. 22-15. Next one's going to be over. Shawnee's ringing Ironrouse serving that one. And that's going to land right in the middle. 23-15. Swick now within 2. Grace Johnson will go back to serve. That's going to be a point for Swick. Another ace, right? Set point here in set 2 in favor of the Blue Storm of Southwestern Illinois College. Looking to go up 2-0 in sets. Grace Johnson looking to put the finishing touch on it. Shawnee will throw in the middle. Roll shot over by the libero. Grace got there. Now left side with Hurley. Got it. Joy will win it in set 2. 25-15. You saw 2 freshmen outsides. Joy Hurley and Skylar Yates have really good second sets when they came in and played, and a lot better score in set 2. I don't know what was going on in the first. I do not know. But, hey, we take the second 25-15. We're 1 set away from a set shutout. We have the third set next for you here from Southwestern Illinois College. Student stock with here from Swick. Get ready to start our third set. Looking for the set shutout. We've went 25-21, 25-15, and back on the left side, we'll tack left to right. Shawnee on the right will tack right to left. Different rotation again. Got to switch it up. This one I get used to it. Got to switch it up on me. Anyway, Swick is going to be out there with Ashlyn Hughes, Joy Hurley, Skylar Yates, Grace Johnson, Lacey Pullman. The libero is Addison Walton. It will be Pullman having the opening serve for Swick. 2 aces on the night. We are at 11, 12. 1, 2, 12. No, no, it is. What? 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're up 12, right? I think we're at 11. I can't count. Shawnee's on the board first here in the third set as it's blocked on the Swick side. I can't count. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. How is that? Okay, it is 12. Okay. It is 12. 12 service aces tonight. Pullman going left side for Yates, looking it over, and it'll be a double hit, I believe is what that call was. Violations on Swick, 2-0 Shawnee. Saints have Hannah Jadian back to serve. Her next one will go to Hurley. In the middle for Pullman, out for Hughes. Got it. Ashes on the board here in the third. And we're also on the board, 2-1. Joy Hurley will come out. Maddie Gibbs in to serve. One of those players, you know, I heard it today on the pregame talk with head coach Warren Thomas, that starting to find her spark and she's starting to come around. And I say it the last few games, she comes around, man, and plays like she did against Wabash Valley, plays against like she did against Kaskaskia or Frontier. Going to make this team so much better on offense. Another weapon for Pullman and Addie Worst when she comes back to set. Grace Johnson back line, no. They're going to rule that one out. 3-1. Libero and Maddie Piercefield, sophomore of Olney, will serve. This one will go to Gibbs in the middle for Pullman. Going to set Hughes. Tip over. Going to get it there. Shawnee, left-handed swing. Couldn't keep it up with Swick. 4-1. Shawnee's largest lead, I believe, is 4. This one is over. Pullman going to Johnson. Swing off the block. Got in the scores table. Grace Johnson on the board here at set 4 for set 3. 4-2. No. We don't want to set 4 tonight. No. Alea Furlow will come in. Addison Walton out. No libero as Ashlyn Hughes back to serve. She had an ace earlier, I think. I can't remember. We got too many of them. You forget. She had 12 of them coming into tonight, though. And that third hit's not going to get over. 5-2 Shawnee. Hughes will come out. Walton back in. Next one's over. Grace going to Pullman in the middle for Furlow. Block straight down. And Shawnee's up by 4. 6-2. Into the net. We'll take a serve. It's been a while since Shawnee's got a service here, by the way. 6-3 now. Skylar Yates will go back to serve. Kaskaskia did take the second against Frontier, 25-14. There's a service there. Second of the night by Swick. We trade up 7-3. And it will be Bailey Henry will come in for Skylar Yates. John A., wow, they went on a run in that second set to finish. It was like 15-10. They ended up winning 25-13. That's a 10-3 run. Grace, that's a kill. 7-4. So they had a great game there. How about Southeastern Illinois? Lincoln Trail. What does that say? Lincoln Trail's going to take the second. What's the score? That's going to be an ace. Grace Johnson, another one tonight. Having a great game of the service ace department. That's going to boost up the stats in that category. 25-11 in set 2 in favor of Lincoln Trail. They're up 2-0 in sets. Looking for a set shutout. The Angels are going to start tying up, man. I'm telling you on that cutoff line. That's going to be off the touch for a kill for Shawnee 8-5. Very thankful we were able to pull out 4 straight wins at this time right now in region play, where we're not on that cutoff line anymore, because things could have really went the other way. Kaylee Hardman will serve it. This one will go to Grace in the middle for Walton. Will throw it right for Furlow. Her swing is just out, back left corner. Shawnee back up by 4-9-5. And that one's out, service error. Makes it 9-6. Addison Walton will serve it. Joy Hurley back in for Maddie Gibbs. Henry there on the dig. Goes to the middle for Pullman. Centered up. Shawnee was there. They'll throw it in the middle. And a whistle. It's going to go against Shawnee for a lift. Makes it 9-7. Next one by Waltz, it's over. Shawnee there in the middle. He'll throw it left, swing into the net, 9-8. 1 point game. Walton will serve it in the middle. Shawnee coming back to the right. Got around the block. Walton did a little spin move after hitting it, and it's going to lead to a Joy Hurley kill on the left side. Little spin move there after making a play. 9-9. Another serve by Walton's over. Shawnee going right side. That swing launched out. 10-9. And Swick has retaken the lead. Will we get a Shawnee timeout? Not yet. 10-9. Hopefully we can hold on to this lead. Next one's over. Shawnee going middle. Now to the left. Swing is over. Henry going to the left is there. Hughes now for Hurley. Her swing's over. Shawnee will send over to center dump. Bailey Henry going to Pullman. Out to Hurley on the left side. Got it. 11-9. There's a connection there. That's a few years in the making when those two played at the same high school. At Calhoun High School won a state championship last year. Joe Hurley was a big-time player. Key role, had over 3.4 kills per set senior year. That's going to land on the Swick side of the block, 11-10. Had averaged over 4 in the postseason games last season. And Lacey Pullman had reached 1,000 assists in her volleyball high school career, junior year of high school, which is pretty darn good. Hughes will send that one out 11-11. They went 39-2 was their overall record. 39-2. That one's out, 12-11. Swick will retake the lead after Shawnee has tied it. Skylar Yates will come in for Bailey Henry, and we'll see Lacey Pullman back to serve. That one's a little bit too strong and out. 12-12. Next one's over. Hurley, right side. Off the ceiling by Shawnee, going to the left. Free ball is over. See if we can get him off balance here. Go quick. Right side with Yates. Tip over. That's going to work. That's a kill. Retake the lead. That'll work. Maddie Gibbs will come back in for Joy Hurley. Maddie Gibbs back to serve as well. And that's going to be an ace. Maddie Gibbs with another one. I believe that's her third of the night. 14-12, up by 2. Shawnee going to left after the serve. Off of Swick, out of bounds. 14-13. Piercefield will serve it. For Shawnee, it's going to be an ace. It went right off of Walton, who received it, and it went straight to the ground. Couldn't follow it up. We're tied up at 14. Gibbs on the receive. Going to Pullman. Will set Yates right side. Shawnee is there. They'll throw it to the left. Free ball is over. Gibbs diving out there. Pullman now for Hughes. Got it. Retake the lead, 15-14. Leah Furlow will check in. Addison Walton out, no libero. Hughes will serve it. Can it be an ace? Nope, they'll get it over on a free ball. That one went all the way to the back right corner. Furlow in the middle, the layup with the kill, 16-14. one is going to be out. Another service error by Swick. It's only our third of the night. We've been better on that tonight. We had 8 of them Friday against Lincoln Trail. We've been better. Left-handed serve is over here by Shawnee. Johnson going to Pullman. Right side for Yates. Blocked. Tied up at 16. Shawnee was there. Another left-handed serve. This is going to be over. Gibbs is there on the receive. Pullman now for Furlow. Trying to get it back and not. Now Shawnee will throw it back left corner. Gibbs is there. Pullman going for Grace. Swing! That one's put down, 17-16. Been a minute since she's been able to put one down. I don't think she's been swinging that much, though, to think of it here in this third set. And it's into the net by Skylar Yates, another service error. Bailey Henry will come back in. Skylar Yates is out. We're tied at 17. Shawnee will send Reagan Eigenrau back to serve. So go to Walton. Now for Pullman. He'll set it right for Johnson. Blocked. Furlow there. And it's going to go against Swick. I think it hit the net. I think that's what Malaya did. 18-17. Shawnee's retaking the lead. We got to go on a run here. Let's end this one, man. Pullman centered up. Shawnee's there. They'll go left into the net. Tied up at 18. Joy Hurley will come in. Maddie Gibbs is out. What do we got in that third set? Kaskaskia is up by 6 over Frontier in the third set, tied at 1 in sets. Wabash Valley tied with John A in the third. There's a kill. Swick up by 1, 19-18. Lincoln Trail. We're going to get a timeout. And we'll be back in a moment. 19-18. Hoping to wrap this one up soon on a Monday night here from Southwestern Illinois College. Lincoln Trail is leading 10-4 the third set after up 2-0, taking the first 2 at Southeastern Illinois. We're up 19-18 late in the third, looking to wrap this one up here soon. Swick coming in the middle with Furlow. Swing! Shawnee is there on the third swing. That one's out of bounds, no touch, 20-18. We're the first team to 20 in this third set. Grace Johnson will serve it. Near the back right corner. Shawnee set it left. Tip over. Grace is there. Lacey going left with Joyce. Swing. Got it. She's having a night. 21-18. We got 4 more. I think I know who we're going to get up here for player of the game guest. Think I know. 21-18. Hey, speaking of post player of the game guest, Layla was our first one that was a freshman on Friday, which guess that works out. Joy Hurley, that's it on the right line. Back to back for her. We're up by 4. I mean, I guess you could count Brookman a little bit, you know. Transfer, I know she's a sophomore, but transfer wasn't on the team last year, so I'm counting that. 22-18. Just kind of the way that some of it goes. Right side, got it over. Lacey, Addie with the kick, and then couldn't keep it alive as it went off of Grace on the third hit. 22-19. Addie's quick with it. It's been a couple times she's been able to kick it up in the air. We still haven't seen it where she kicks it and we get a hit over. At least I don't think we've seen that yet. 22-19. Shawnee's Kaylee Hardman will serve it. This one will be over. Going to Walton. Now for Pullman for Furlow. Swings over. Shawnee throwing it left. Got around the block. Grace stepping up is there. Coming back is Shawnee. They'll throw it middle. Swing. Down line. Kill. 22-20. Swick this year is 9-0. Would win in the first two sets. Did that tonight. Looking to make it 10-0. They're 9-9 in the third. This is their worst set. Record-wise. 9-9. Get this one here 10-9. Hurley. Blocked. Out of bounds. Off of Shawnee. I think they're saying it never hit them. They went in the net. We'll take it. 23-20. Addison Walton back to serve. I think it was Ashley News that came in for Furlow. Let's get two straight to go home, man. I'm trying to go home. Been a long day for me. This one's going to go off of Walton. Won't come there as it goes into the bleachers. 23-21. Next serve is over. Henry's there. Pullman going to the left. Gets there now going for Hurley again. Going to be another kill. No. Shawnee tracked it down. Free ball's over. Let's go here. Come on, Ash. Right in the middle. Boom. 24-21. Game point here in the third set in favor of the Blue Storm of Southwestern Illinois College. Looking to put the finishing touch on it here. Skylar Yates will check in for Bailey Henry, and it will be Lacey Pullman back to the service line. Hey, let's end on an ace, right? One of those good old aces from Lacey Pullman. 24 of them right now in the season after 2 of them tonight. Number 3 of the night right here. Let's go. Number 25 of the year. Shawnee got it on the third hit on a swing. Got it over. Walton going for Pullman. Hurley looking to finish it. Can't get it there. Shawnee coming back to the left. It's blocked out of bounds. And the game stays alive. Shawnee makes it 24-22. They'll need 2 straight to keep it alive. This will be Hannah Jadine will serve it. And this is going to be over right in the middle. Hurley going for Pullman. He'll set Hughes off the block. Shawnee gets there. Now the left side. We'll throw in the middle. Free ball coming. Here we go. Let's end it right here. Walton, Pullman, Hurley, left side. Got it back left corner. And Swick gets it done. 25-22 in the third. A 3-set shutout. Swick's win streak will extend to 5 games. Proving at 13-6 overall in the year. 7-3 in region play. Shawnee will fall to 4-17, 1-9 in region play. Got some scores in region play. Post-game shows next. We'll talk all about this one and more when we return here in just a moment. Welcome back here to Southwestern Illinois College. Swick pulls out a 3-set win over Shawnee to improve to 13-6 down the year. 7-3 in region play. Shawnee falls to 4-17, 1-9 in region play. Swick got it done 25-21, 25-15, 25-22. Steven Stock with you here, joined here on our post-game show by our player of the game guest, the freshman outside hitter, Joy Hurley. Joy, thanks for taking time to join me.
Thanks for having me.
You guys get it done. Just talk about, you came in that second set and you kind of wasted no time putting some balls down. I mean, what was kind of your mindset coming into in that second set being able to play?
I mean, I could have gone in and been super nervous. I haven't really been playing outside, mostly just cheering my team on from the sidelines, but I think I just am holding nothing back. Lights out, trying to swing.
You put down a couple of kills there, and talk about for you guys tonight. Felt like that second set was a lot better than the first set. The offense was a lot better. Just talk about the offense for you guys. You guys have a lot of hitters that can swing, a lot of players that can get a lot of kills. Just talk about how you guys are at offense. Feels like you guys have a lot of options.
Yeah, so we definitely tried to keep all three of our options open, but when I'm in the front row, Lacey is also in the front row, so then it's just me in the middle open there. But we try to just run as quick as possible, keep the other defense on their toes.
Just talk about your connection with Lacey. I know you guys played a high school volleyball. You guys were state champions last year. How special is it to continue playing with her now at the college level?
I mean, that was my dream. All my coaches growing up told me, don't take Lacey for granted. Like, you're not going to have her in college, but I mean, it was my dream to have. Yeah, and we started playing together in like third grade.
Wow.
And then now we're freshmen in college playing together.
What was it like when you guys were getting recruited? Was it kind of like you guys were collaborating on that, or was it just like coincidental? Like how'd that end up happening?
So I came for my visit, and then my mom, I guess, had talked to Coach, and he was still looking for a setter, and she told me that. So then the next day I went to school and told Lacey, I was like, if you're looking and still open, definitely check out Swick. And then it was completely independent from there. She didn't tell me really anything, and like I just kind of forgot about it until she was like, "Oh yeah, I signed."
Yeah. Was that when you heard that news? I mean, how'd you feel?
Best day of my life. So excited. I love Lacey, and we got to have our signing days together, so it was great.
That's what I saw. Talk about, not just her, the way you've been able to connect with the rest of this team. You got a kind of a little bit of a freshman heavy crew. There's a couple sophomores, but a lot of you girls are playing for the first time. Just talk about that over the last few weeks, because obviously it's a learning process. You got to grow. You got to connect with each other. What's that been like?
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes from off the court for sure. We breathe. We spend every day together. Every hour we have, like, I have classes with Bailey and other freshmen all day. That's the only person I have in class, really. And then I just spend my free time with the others, and I think that helps on-court connections a lot.
For you guys, get the win tonight, 13-6. You guys will be at Ren Lake on Wednesday. I know we haven't played much, but just talk about the way you girls have been over the last 5 games during this win streak. It definitely feels like the energy, the morale, the spirits are a lot higher, and I know you can probably speak to that being on the bench. Mm-hmm.
I definitely think it comes from a special connection that we all have. We had some difficulties, we got over them, and then we don't lose. We don't want to lose. That's our mindset, is we're just pushing and we're in it together.
Joy, thanks for taking time. Congrats on the win. Good work tonight.
Okay.
Keep it up.
Thanks for having me.
Back in a moment.
Okay.
Swick gets it done in 3 sets, 25-21, 25-15, 25-22 over Shawnee. We make it 5 straight wins tonight. Tracking some big ones in region play. I believe Lincoln Trail got it done against Southeastern yet in 3. They were in that 3rd set. Yes, Lincoln Trail will get it done in 3. Hopefully, I don't know what other finals we have. I know the other 2 games are in the 4th set, so we'll work on it. Kaskaskia came back, man. Frontier took the first at Kaskaskia. Sorry. Frontier took the first at home against Kaskaskia 25-15. The next sets have went 25-14, 25-16 in favor of Kaskaskia. They're up 2-1. Frontier's up 7-4 in the 4th set right now. And that's a game between the 5th place team of the region and the 6th place team of the region. Kaskaskia is trying to get to 500. Frontier wins tonight. They jump them. They're 3-5. Shawnee and Wabash, that was in the 3rd, and I think that one was close. It was tied up at one point midway through. Let me see if I get that score real quick. I'll get you the region standings. We get Ren Lake Wednesday on the road. We'll have that for you. I think Wabash took the 3rd. Wabash Valley has taken the 3rd, 25-18. Wow. Wow. Okay, so Shawnee's 2-1. They're not going to get the sweep tonight, and that would be big if Wabash Valley could come back and pull out the 4th and the 5th, man. Come on, we need some help. That could be some help right there if we could get it done. Wasn't the greatest game tonight by Swick, but that's all right. Shawnee, it looks like they're getting better, which is good. I guess I root for that. Root for anybody in the region to get better. I don't see a reason why would you want to root against the success of anybody in the region, right? But we are, we got to be a little bit better. Kind of felt like we slid down a little bit after what happened Friday. I thought we played well, good on Friday. Just got to get better, but we didn't really see that tonight. But we get Ren Lake Wednesday. Hopefully we can pull that one out. Lakeland's at Ren Lake tonight, so we'll talk about that. That game probably is going to be one that I'm going to highlight on the pregame show come Wednesday night. But I got a lot more we want to talk about. We'll have the region standings update for you, even though we're not in region play Wednesday night. We're kind of just, like I said, we got 2 games that are in progress right now. 2 games of the 4th set, but Swick, nonetheless, is a half game back of Lakeland for 3rd. Lakeland 7-2, Swick 7-3. And no matter what happens, Kaskaskia Frontier, we're still in a good spot in that spot. And hopefully Wabash Valley can overtake Shawnee. We'll be back Wednesday on the road at Ren Lake, just an hour drive in Ina, Illinois. 6:30 is the open and serve. We're on the air at the pregame show at 6:20. We'll kind of talk about that game tonight and a lot more on Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in, folks. I really, kind of couple thoughts. Not much, though. My kind of thought is we got to be a little bit better over the next few games because I want us to be ready for Vince Sid's come next Thursday. I really want to be ready for that. I want to pull that one out. That'd be huge at home. But we got to keep taking the next step. We got to get better. One game at a time. That's the same. One game at a time, and we'll take it one game at a time on a Wednesday against Ren Lake. Thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. We'll see you Wednesday from Ren Lake, 6:20 pregame, 6:30 open and serve. Thanks for tuning in. Steven Stock with you. Wish you a good rest of your Monday. Wish you a good week. Until the next time I see you, I'll see you later.